This was one of the first heresies to affect the church. People were worried that, and this is why the Romans threw people to the lions. I've mentioned this before, right? Because they didn't believe in the resurrection, they mocked it, and so what they would do is they'll say, you know, this lion ate a little bit of this Christian and a little bit of that Christian and this. How is God going to resurrect that? Same thing with burning Christians' crucifixes or stakes. The Romans would gather the ashes before the Christians could get there and scatter them out to sea in a disrespectful manner, saying, now let's see God resurrect that. Ha, 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 ha. And to this day, it is prohibited in the church to be cremated if you have the intent of like making some sort of statement against the resurrection, or by not properly disposing of the ashes of the dead, or to doing something like that out of protest to a belief in the resurrection. All right? So that's why the church doesn't really look upon cremation as the best way to dispose of the body. It's better to just do a regular Christian burial. But neither does it say that if you are cremated, you're damned or anything like that, because God can do anything.
I think the church states that if you are cremated, to remain whole and place whole forever.
In a proper disposal, dispose of the ashes in a proper and respectful manner, yes.
Yes, Joe. There's another reason I heard. One of the reasons for allowing cremation is for converts from cultures, usually Asia, where cremation has been the accepted pattern for thousands of years. India, China,
Yes.
Japan, and so on.
Right.
Just so they'd be comfortable with continuing the cultural aspect, as long as it's understood.
Right, well, like within those limitations. Also, you have to understand, at the time of the first century in Rome, this was the proper burial for people like Julius Caesar. They would put them on what were called funeral pyres and consume. And it was considered an honorable way of death, so that the body wouldn't be profaned in death. That was one way of deposing of noble rulers. So it didn't always have that anti-resurrection spin to it. But the church made it clear from the beginning that to understand what the resurrection is, and to have that level of respect for the body is preferable for burial, but it is not, it permits cremation. Permits that.